Well, for those of you overbiters, actually most people have an overbite. That means your top teeth come down past your bottom teeth. But what orthodontists refer to, or most people refer to overbite, is what orthodontists refer to overjet. That means if these are my top teeth, these are my bottom teeth, then my top teeth are like way out in front of my bottom teeth. Okay, anyways, how do you fix it? Well, I use the H word, Herbst. And this is a device, it's been well studied in the profession. It's kind of big, bulky, mechanical, very Iron Man-ish. It has different effects on the teeth, but generally speaking, it's a posturing device intended to posture the lower jaw forward while you're going through your growth spurt, adolescent growth spurt. We always are growing slowly until we get older, then sometimes shrink a little bit. But this device helps hold the jaw forward, and I'm gonna show you what it's like to prepare for that device. Okay, let's say you know you're getting the Herbst, and you've seen our other videos where you actually get the Herbst in, and maybe a visit or two like with the Herbst, but this video shows you how we prep for the Herbst. So we've got the brackets on, and we've been lining the teeth up a little bit, and now we are ready to, in our case, take an impression for the Herbst and then have it made. That's what this appointment will show you. Okay, see, we've got all the brackets on with our wires. Oh, we're gonna show you first. See that space between the top teeth and the bottom teeth is like black, right? Black space. Because this patient's teeth in the front do not touch. That means that she's got the top teeth considerably out in front of the bottom teeth. So you can see all the way through back to the tongue. Use this scaler to try and demonstrate the forward and backward space, right? Ideally, you don't want your like front teeth to hit like this. You don't want that. And you don't want, you know, like super heavy contact in the front. It can be light, but simultaneous. You want heavier contact in the back where you're chewing. This is another angle. You can see that the front teeth are out. Look, most people don't have 14 millimeter overjets or the excessive overbite, right? We're talking, you know, more than 5 millimeters, decent size. And it's hard to fix with just rubber bands because you gotta be super compliant. Look at all that space right there, especially on that side. Unfortunately, everybody has a little bit of asymmetry, so one side might be further open than the other side. Okay, now we're demonstrating what it looks like when you posture forward and then laterally down. Look at all that space. Look how that jaw came that far forward. That's all the space that we've got to try and fix. And if you're doing it with just rubber bands, good luck. The Herbst is gonna hold that bite forward. You leave it in there for at least 6 months in our office, sometimes even longer, to try and help during the growth spurt period. So we gotta take all the colors off first when we're getting ready for the Herbst. Taking off all the colors, use our scaler. You can see the colors, they go on the scaler. Take it off, right? In our case, we use specific brackets that need those little colors around. They don't have to be colored, it could be silver if you want, or clear, but you gotta put those around to keep the wire in place. We gotta take those off. As part of doing the Herbst, we have to create space in between the back, around the back molars, so that we can put those rings around the teeth. So that means we gotta do the separators again. Check out the video. And separators are way down there by your gums, so it might be a little, might bleed a little bit, but you know, hopefully you're keeping your teeth clean so it's not just bleeding all over the place in an unhealthy way. Ooh, here's our bracket remover, right? You've seen our other videos where we take off the brackets like when we're finished. There's a little clicking, click, 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 because it just grabs around those brackets. We take off a few brackets in the back on top, and we take a few brackets off the back on the bottom. Both sides. Hear that click, click. Got the bracket, gotta go one by one. Click, click, click. And then we section it all out. So now, once you have all the brackets that you need off, we've got our separators out, we've got the space around the teeth, we are going to take an impression. Yes, dental impression. I know you what this is like, you get gooped. Not the funnest experience. Some people can do scans for this sort of project. In our office, we use impressions for this, and we send it off to the lab to build the Herbst appliance. Okay, so the assistant is prepping the goop. Just get ready. Breathe through your nose, wiggle your toes. Do what the assistant says, lean forward. Okay, it might be a little bit wet, but they try to remove a lot of the material so it doesn't feel like it's going down the throat. And mostly that's for the top one, okay? So she's coming in, listen to her instructions, gotta sneak it in there, loose cheeks, just let her pull them around. And then we're gonna push it down into place. Yep, head forward, right? Head forward, leave it in place 30 seconds. Sometimes it's faster, maybe a little bit longer, and then we take it out. And it tastes kind of nasty. Maybe have a napkin ready. Cup, spit some things in. Okay, here comes the top one. This is the tough one. Don't bite, don't bite. Just keep your mouth open. Keep your mouth open as best you can. It's tricky. Get in there, and then we push it up and start coming out. All right, feeling the gagging, feeling the gagging. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Good, way to focus. Look at that, she brought it back in. For those of you who are gaggers out there, maybe explain to your assistant, and then there may be other techniques that you can use. Breathing through your nose, leaning forward, trying to wipe out, having the assistant wipe out as much as they can. I mean, they're trained in this. And then you wiggle your toes, try to focus on things, but listen to your technician, lean forward. And you're like, what if I can't breathe through my nose? You can open your mouth as best as you can. If you're making sounds, right? If you can make sounds, that means you still can get air through the system. And then we have to break the seal and it pops out. It's harder to get the impressions out with the braces. I have to finagle it a little bit here, a little bit there, and out. There it is. Yeah, you get to see where all the teeth are. That's a pretty cool picture. And then once you get all cleaned out, right, you go rinse out, brush, get all that gunk out. Then we've got to put the separators back in and the wires. We don't put the brackets back on that we took off until after the Herbst is done. There's the separator in the back. You can see that little donut, that little blue donut in the back between the teeth. I got the wires in on the bottom, nice pink color, and then on the top, wire going back in, bada boom. Got those blue separators you can see. Sometimes you don't put separators because there's enough space. And then I use a little measuring, it's like a ruler, and I measure how wide you can open your mouth so that they can build the device and try to prevent you from opening so wide that the arms, the telescoping arms, come out of each other. Anyways, so there you have it. That's how we get ready for the Herbst. So next appointment, that Herbst is going in and we're gonna posture that forward, and we're hoping that the patient will have the stabilizing growth to reduce her overjet. So there you have it. If you are interested in reducing your overjet and you happen to be a preteen, come find us so that we can talk about the right time, maybe a little bit of the Herbst, or share this with your friend. Consider subscribing to our channel so that we can open your eyes to the wonderful world of straight teeth and beautiful bites. That's all I've got, just a little PFO so you know where you're going. Packard out.